what type of behavior is appropriate for boys and girls? What about women and men? Now that you know the key concepts of gender, let's look at gender roles. Gender roles are appropriate or desired behavioral roles for a certain gender based on cultural norms and values. Gender roles, in other words, is related to what it means to be belonging to a certain gender in a particular society. It relates to how we are expected to act, speak, dress, and conduct ourselves based upon our assigned sex. What are the typically feminine ways to dress in your culture? What about masculine? Are women expected to wear skirts and dresses? What about men? Can they wear skirts? In the past, women, in most of Western societies as well, were expected to wear skirts and heels, have long hair. Even today, in more traditional societies, women are expected to dress and act and keep their hair long. In such societies, you wouldn't find men wearing skirts, but in some others, like the Scottish culture, it is traditional for men to wear kilt, which is a type of skirt. In some conservative Islamic societies, on the other hand, women are expected to be covered up, not showing any part of their body parts. What is it that teaches little girls and women to dress or behave in a certain way? Be polite, accommodating, and nurturing. Who teaches boys and men not to be so? As culture is shaped by various factors, so is gender. Gender roles are transferred through enculturation, are learned from parents, but also from teachers, peers, media, books, movies, religion, and society in general. All these socializing agents reinforce gender roles through life. Still, the biggest influence is of parents, who have also learned gender roles as kids and transfer certain gender roles without ever thinking about them. Research has found out adults treat female and male children differently from very early ages. Their treatment is based on cultural expectations. While boys are taught how to fix and build, girls are taught how to cook, sew, and keep the house clean. Children who conform to the social and cultural expectations from their assigned sex are approved by the social agents of their enculturation. So, acceptance requires confirmation. Gender roles adopted during childhood generally get normalized and continue into adulthood, being transferred to further generations. But those who don't conform the expectations of gender roles are excluded and usually counted as deviants from the society. Some of those people are those who have a different gender identity from their assigned sex. Gender identity and sexual orientation starts to form in children aged 3-4. So those who do not conform test behavior accepted by their parents and peers throughout their lifespan. As they are excluded and not approved, they usually end up acting and dressing according to what has been normalized for their assigned gender. Their non-conforming identities wait for the time to find the freedom to exist in its variety. Various groups have had efforts to change gender roles and how they shape life at private and public spaces, creating a sort of oppression and limitation. Most notably, the feminist movement has fought for women's rights and equality of men and women for a very long time. Those who had efforts to change gender roles saw it as an institution that restricts freedom of behavior and expression, or is used as a basis for discrimination. It must be understood that there is hierarchy in society among genders. Women and LGBTI communities are discriminated mostly. In traditional societies, women were expected to stay at home and prepare the food, keep the house, take care of children, to provide for the society as a caretaker. Still, in many societies, we see that despite the women having joined the workforce, they are still expected to do the domestic duties while working for less money, in worse conditions, and without job security, if they get pregnant especially. Even in most Western societies, this is the case. Discrimination towards women is also political, though recently we have seen countries accommodating more women in high political positions, such as Cabinet of Ministers and parliaments. There are only few countries where women form 50% or more of the cabinet. So social and economic political discrimination of women is observed throughout the world. Does this mean men do not face any pressure through gender roles? No, actually, through what is called hegemonic masculinity, they are faced with pressures on how to act. We will discuss more on hegemonic masculinities and how it shapes society and culture in the unit after you meet our Erasmus student Luni.